Joined now by TSN hockey analyst Franke Corrado. All right, Franke, Patrick Laine, Johnny Gaudreau, both benched Thursday night. Pretty embarrassing. It was just 2 seasons ago that Gaudreau put up 115 points, and now just 6 points in 17 games. Can you really still call Johnny Gaudreau an elite NHL player?
Based on his point production this season, it's very hard to call him an elite player in the league. Not to say that he can't be down the road here, and he needs to be the one that finds it. He can't be a player that makes $9.75 million for Columbus and looks around and says, well, I don't have anyone to play with. You were brought in to be the guy, just like Patrick Laine is brought in to be the guy. So those guys need to lead the charge there. And if Columbus is going to turn themselves into a playoff team at some point, the players in that room, the coaching staff, the management, they have to look at those guys to lead the way. And the excuse that maybe there's not enough around him is not going to be valid for much longer. Adam Fantilli, Kent Johnson, Cole Sillinger, all very good players within that organization that are going to propel this team to where they want to go. But those guys need to lead the way. And I think it puts the coach in a tough position, Gino, because as a first-year coach in the league, you want to rely on your vets. You want to rely on the guys that you know are your go-to guys. And Pascal Vincent sits those guys for half of a period when the game is on the line. That's a very difficult spot for him to be. So he must feel very strongly about their game not being in a good place because he's doing that.
And it's just killing them. These two are eating up $18.5 million in cap space combined. They've both scored 40 in the past. What's realistic now moving forward for goals in a year?
Johnny Gaudreau needs to be a player that's over a point per game. It's non-negotiable. I understand he had 115 2 seasons ago, and that's not going to happen every single year, but he's got to be 82-plus points every year. Maybe 25 goals would be on the modest. Is that to justify his
salary, or because you think that's what he's physically capable of doing?
He's physically capable of doing it. That's why he got the salary. Okay. So he needs to justify it. Patrick Laine has the tools. He has the shot to be a 35-goal player, and I would say that's even on the modest side. But the problem with Patrick Laine is he hasn't evolved as a player. It's been too much of a one-dimensional attack for him, and everyone's sniffed it out now around the league, so it becomes very difficult to find different ways to score goals. We talk about some of the best players in the world when it comes to scoring, guys like Kyle Connor this year, Austin Matthews, Brock Besser. You know what they all have in common? They have so many different ways they can beat you and score goals. Patrick Laine, unfortunately right now, is way too one-dimensional to be one of those guys that can help this team in a number of different ways.
And they're elevating guys around them instead of waiting for help. So how does team management feel about what's going on with the benchings? Blue Jackets general manager Jarmo Kekalainen backed his coach today, saying, and I quote, "They have to be the guys that we trust to put out there when we need a goal for a tie or a win. But right now, they don't deserve it."